Hello, Ash Fireflame here, and I'm going to be making some sort of underwater library thing. So I'm pretending the bookshelves are just painted to look like these for this outer part. To kind of look like the part that's kind of holding the glass together, I guess. And then I'm gonna make like some sort of ladder up and kind of do something with that. Do I want... Let's see. I think this looks cool. Or starting to. And then this is gonna be like a little bridgeway to both of these little island areas. And I think if there was like one of the cave homes or wherever, it could probably lead to that. You know, have like a little something there. I'm thinking of these warped fence to kind of have as a side of the little bridge area. And I was thinking it'd be cool to have that. Well, maybe I'll have to make a cave area there or something. Or some sort of tunnel system. Because, I mean, what goes all the way past here? Oh, wow. Yeah. Tunnel system or something would be cool. Anyways, back to the, thing here. No, look at the baby pig. They look like bobbleheads. And then as the vines grow, you can climb up the vines to... There he is. Now back to this little, here. So, I'm glad they added sponges, because that can help quite a bit with clearing the water, because I used to just do sand. But the problem with that is you need to eventually clear the sand. And that takes a lot of work, so if you can access sponges, it makes it so much quicker. I know I don't really use sponges much even after they added, but I decided I should probably start using them again more. Because... though even that seems to be taking longer than I would have expected. What is it? Why is the water not working like it does in other areas? Because I tested it out over here and it works fine. So... huh. Now I'm thinking, what do I want for the flooring? No, pretend the ceiling isn't dripping. I mean, do I want the top of these kind of look for the flooring, or do I want a darker flooring? I could go with the warped planks for flooring. Kind of go with the whole theme of those little fence things. Speaking of which, I forgot about doing this part. But yeah, to kind of like go with these fences, I could do a warped flooring for inside the thing so it doesn't feel so out of place. Yeah, this looks kind of cool. And you can go down this area. I'll figure out the lighting. I'll probably do some lanterns and stuff over there or something. I know the sea lanterns I'll probably have as the light source in here. Ooh, I should put some over here by where the little thingamabob, the ladder holder thing. Should I have it up there? Sure. And then, yeah, I'll work on this little area. Now, should I have it underneath the glass? I'm thinking yes. So I got a lovely idea. Sea lanterns under the glass. That's what I want. You know, I realized, wouldn't the people in the library be the aquariums for the fish? The fish can observe us. That's what it really seems like. You know, I think it'd be cool if you could make these bookshelves have the same wood as, like, for example, if you could have warped plank bookshelves, that would be pretty cool. I think they should add that. Warped plank bookshelves. So I got the flooring done. You know, I was thinking, I wouldn't want any rare books here. I would want things that could be easily replaced, considering the ceiling is already leaking. I find that funny. Thinking of how I want to approach this part here. I just don't like the aisles having too small of an area, so maybe I could have like a little desk or something on one side, or maybe over here. Because, yeah, the walkway needs to be semi-wide at least. I mean, even that's not extremely wide, but at least it's decent. But then the walking space here is a bit iffy, so I'll need to adjust that. Something like this layout could work. If I go with the logic of the outer books here being pretend painted on, what should I think the logic should be on these outside parts here? Maybe real books, maybe pretend, who knows, maybe board games. Yeah, I think board games on this area and this area. Then of course these are going to be actual books. Yeah, I like that idea. And then, oops. I'm thinking, I keep placing, there you go. I'm thinking something, maybe I could move some of these, that way I could have a little area for to check out books. Yeah, Yeah, I think that looks nice. Having a small area for that. Or I think it needs to be a little more rooms, so I'll expand it over here. And then, yeah, that works. But I also don't want it to be too much here. So, what if let's see, how do I want to do this? There you go. Now it's like there's a little line to indicate this is only the librarian's area. Do I need something to look like a little computer over here? A waterproof one. Imagine if I had that kind of ocean looking one here. I mean, maybe. I know I was thinking of, which one? I mean, that one's cool too, but I was looking for the, creeper one. And that one. Honestly, I'm gonna do that one. And then... let's see here. I'm thinking... So, made a little pottery thing with the few different pottery shards. The Angler, Explorer, Archer, and Skull pottery shards. And then right here... oh wait, that's not what I intended to do. There you go. And have a little potted plant. Actually, I don't like it like that. I want to have it so you can actually see it well. What if I made it like there? Or... yeah, I like the walkability here. Only reason you'd need to go here is to admire and the pottery thing, and I'll pretend that it's pretty secure to the ground so it's not easy to knock over. And then put this sapling, and voila! A nice little pottery plant thing to add a bit of niceness to this little area. I feel like this area here is pretty plain, so I'm thinking, should I expand a couple of these bookshelves or should I do something else here? I'm also debating on if I want it like this or if I want it facing the other way so it's not distracting having people walk behind you. But what if it's distracting to see the people, so maybe I'd have a couple going one way, a couple going another? I could go with something similar to this, but instead have like that little thing over here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something like that. And then have... well, I have this one here, so I'll probably do one where it's kind of like that ocean-like thing, and then the other thing that I like that, and then just something different. Sure, that works. And then... yeah, that looks a little better because then you get a little bit of... you can see if someone's coming your way, but it's not going to be completely distracting. Plus they have little computer area. And a little shelf to set stuff if they need to. You know, over to the left is a nice plant. Kind of, if they get stressed, they can look at the plant, admire it, and the cool pottery. And they get... yeah, I think this looks nice. And that kind of makes it work better over here. I'll probably expand this a little bit. There we go. That's nice. So let's admire the area. Oh, hi, skeleton. Are you interested in the library? You know, like over here could be some sort of cave area. I have the lightning rod because I can't remember if bookshelves, I think they catch on fire. I don't know. Either way, have a nice little area here. And then, yeah, that'd probably be a tunnel system to over there or something. I have the vines to go up this part, so that's pretty cool. And then, oh, hello, sir. No, don't run for the library. Anyways, once you go down here, you get this neat thing. Should I probably add a trapdoor? I should probably do that. I added it. And so, or should I add it to the side? Maybe. Yeah, I think that might be a little better. Yeah, I like that. And then yep, and do that. Only thing is, it seems like it makes it kind of hard to. You have to kind of like, there you go, just go slowly. I suppose it's understandable, you're by a ladder, you should probably go slowly anyways. But, yeah, it's kind of neat. And then you can walk through. As soon as you go down, there's a little library area. If you have any questions, you can ask. You can, if you go left, you see that's pottery and study area, so you know to go to the right here. And see all the books, go down the aisles. You can see there's 3 study areas. And it makes sense for only 3 because it is a relatively small library. So maybe you could plan ahead if need be. And then, yeah, neat little thing here. You can pick any books you need or whatever questions you have. Check in the librarian over here. This is all the librarian stuff. Yeah. I think I like it. It's pretty cool. And this over here. Should I probably... Yeah. There we go. I think this looks really lovely. Let's see how it looks in the water. That's cool. Yeah, the humans are the aquarium for the fish and these dudes. That's what it really seems to be like. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day.